Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. Last time out we finished our journey up through northern Germany over to Rostock. And in Rostock we have, is it Rostock? Rostock. Very difficult. I'm trying to pronounce names of places in the way the native language would pronounce them. And I think what I would say as Rostock would be pronounced more like Rostock in German. I'm not sure. I do apologise to anybody who is German that I am currently insulting or swearing at their parents or siblings or whatever. Sometimes you could do that. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, we went over and finished off our journey, and now I'm thinking that it might be a good idea to take a bit of a shorter journey going over into Poland. And so we're going to be going from Rostock to, I believe this one's pronounced Koszalin. So we're going to be going from Rostock to Koszalin. I apologise if this is all pronounced incorrectly. And we are going to be taking 19 tons of bricks. That I can say because it's in English. So make sure you stay tuned. This should be pretty simple. I do not foresee any problems, but you never know. You really, really never know. Okay, here we go. I think I can get rid of... Is it going to disappear? It isn't. Why are you not disappearing? Go away. There we go. Okay, this should not be too much of an issue. Yes, I am actually going to pull out there. That's probably a dangerous thing to do, but I'm doing it anyway. There we go. I also know I jumped an amber just to get this all started. And then we're going to the end of this road and then down. Right. What have I done or not done? Oh, there was a mod that I've downloaded but not installed, and that is the clear after that. I've gone ahead and downloaded a HUD mod again. So we do have a heads-up display available once again. I'm going to put it on, try it out, make sure it's alright, and also I am going to be changing out this physics mod. I think I've got another physics mod that might work a little bit better. I've also noticed that my volumes are a little quiet. I'll sort that out in post-processing. I'm sure it shall be fine. Freight market, so that's what I'm after. Bricks. Can I get a blue truck? I can. Should I go for a red truck? Blue and red? No, let's just stick with blue all the way around. This should be really easy. In theory, this should be really, really easy. Okay. Head tracking seems to be running at a reasonable way at the moment. I remember once coming to one of these a long time ago, and I picked up a Mercedes Actros truck that was like a racing truck from here. That was a long time ago. I think I still have a screenshot of it somewhere. Okay, head tracking is not doing quite what I want it to do in places, but we seem to be okay here. Got a little bit more. Oh no, I have not got that correct this time. Let's see. Let's get that. Well, it was bound to happen. I was doing so well, and now clearly I have managed to mess up. Surely that should be correct. There we go. No, I've attached. It was just slightly off. Okay, let's have a look outside. What does that look like? Just a simple truck. Just a nice simple truck, one that I shall take a screenshot of, just in case I do not get an opportunity to take another screenshot. And then we shall be on our way into Poland. There we go. In fact, everything there looks reasonable, I would say. So I'll go ahead and take that. That can be the thumbnail, should I forget to, or not have an opportunity to have another thumbnail made up. Come on, that's not what I'm looking. Come on, head tracking. Alright, fine. I'll reset you. Now that's sort of where I'm looking. There you go. Okay, let's get on our way. Now, topics for today, well, I do not really have any. Should I switch on my headlights? I think I should. There we go. Yes, I have no topics for today. So, well, there is that. In fact, there was a topic I wanted to talk about, but I cannot remember which one it was. I had this in mind last week, and then I never got a chance to record last week. Now, of course, in that 1 week, if I can remember the topic, more than likely the topic's out of date. So there is that. We're heading towards Berlin. Here we go. Up to 5th. Okay, so what was the topic? I'm trying to think. What was the topic of discussion that I wanted to discuss? It certainly wasn't anything to do with British politics, that's for sure. Or what we can laughably now call British politics. But it wasn't that. And I'm not sure it had anything to do with computers either. So I was just thinking whether or not it was about I was just trying to think whether or not it was about the whole 13th gen and Ryzen 7000 series and all of that stuff, but I do not think it was anything to do with that. No idea why the vehicles do not pull into another lane. It's highly annoying. Highly annoying. What was it? I do not know. Well, anyway, I'm sure I can come up with something. I've taken the wrong junction. Great. Now I'm going to, just to show you guys, since I've taken the wrong junction, this is going to take me quite a while now. I was going to take that route, but now I've got to go all the way past Berlin. German junctions. Blasted German junctions. It's fine. It's fine. I have... do I have enough fuel? That's not a fuel gauge. Yes, I have enough fuel. I'll leave it on that. And let's actually settle ourselves in instead of driving like lunatics. There we go. Okay. Well, I've messed that up, that's for sure. Lights can come off now. There we go. Perfect. What shall we do? I hope that's my fuel percentage. I think it is. Because that's my throttle there. Or is that turbo? That could be turbo. I'm not sure. Not sure at all. Anyway, this is a new road, so great. We can have a look at this. It is daytime, so that's also great. It is going to be getting harder because we are getting to the shorter days now. So there's going to be less daytime and more nighttime, unfortunately. But I shall try and do as much as I can in the day as daytime runs. So I'm thinking, as long as I start a run no later than 8 o'clock in the morning. But then, of course, different towns, different places, different countries, the times are going to be different. What I do need to do is I need to add in the winter time. So there is a wintertime mod which will bring things back to wintertime as they should be. So I need to do that. And I think that's another one I downloaded and I just did not put in. Yeah, I really have nothing to talk about here. Do leave comments in the comments box with suggestions as to what to talk about. I need topics, and they can be generally anything. I won't pick every topic, but certainly they can be. There's a wide variety of topics that one could suggest, I'm sure. Just thinking, what can I talk about? Is that a road we can go on? No, it isn't. That's a shame. No, I don't think that's my fuel consumption, because that's now saying it could be my fuel consumption. I'm just watching to see that number dropping, really. If it does, then great. Well, great, but also not great. Is that a Volkswagen Up, or is that one of those Skoda ones? That's a Toyota Avensis. We do not see those anymore. Not at all. And that's a nice Audi A4. Lovely car. Little cramped in the rear seats. Legroom is quite problematic in one of those. Why is that stuck on 96? Is that not fuel consumption? Right, okay, hold on. Turbo, battery. There's the fuel level. That was fuel consumption. It doesn't show me fuel levels. Here we go. That's more like it. 85% AdBlue, actually. 71% petrol. Diesel, sorry, not petrol. Right, certainly continuing straight here. This part I know. Looks like there's some additional construction going on over that side. Interesting. I do want to upgrade some of my... Oh, hold on. I need to focus on this. Where am I going? Where am I going? I'm supposed to be going straight. These junctions are terrible. I'm still going straight, so I think I can stick to this one. Although I could just go along. Maybe just to be safe, I should go along where that BMW is. 'Cause he's just gone all the way over. Maybe to be safe, I should do that. Yes, I do want to upgrade my computer. My machine is now 3 years, or some of the components of my machine are now 3 years old, which is not generally old. I think this is where I'm going. I really hope this is where I'm going. No, you don't. Went to tip again. Okay, so I think what it is as you go over the crest of that hill, it's off camber. I think that is what caused my accidents last time. I think. I'm not sure. Really, I should be in this lane. I have no idea how lane discipline works on some of these junctions, clearly. No need to continue accelerating. But yes, what was I saying? Yes, I want to upgrade my computer. It is, let's just talk about computers. It is 3 years old, which is not, as I said, is not that old. I think we've got average speed cameras here, maybe. I have no idea. I'm going to slow down a little anyway. Actually, that's clearly people are going very, very fast here. I'll just keep going at this speed, 55-ish miles per hour. That will do. It currently has a 10700K. It is running with a 2070 graphics card, which is perfectly fine, really, for the most part. And it has plenty of RAM. Now, I have no interest in upgrading the RAM. The amount of RAM I have and the RAM I have, it's fine. It's not the fastest RAM, and certainly with DDR5 now out, DDR5 is far faster, but it is rather expensive, and I think my RAM, which is running at 3600 megahertz, is perfectly fine. It really is perfectly fine. So, going to keep the RAM, but even if I'm not upgrading my processor, which I have been considering the 13700K, but in the United Kingdom, that is currently going for near £500. £500 for a processor, which in the United States seems to be $450-ish or something. Now, I know the pound and dollar, well, the pound hasn't been doing all too well lately, but that's still, it should be 10%, roughly 10-11% cheaper, or just with the numbers anyway. It'd be the same price, but the numbers should be 10%, 11% less, not whatever it is, it's 10% more, which is crazy. Time to enter Poland. Time to try and get a photo. I just thought about this. So yes, £500 for a processor is a bit much. Come on, camera, nice and quickly, easy does it. There we go. Ooh, actually, oh, that car is in the way. But I could do this. Nope. I could not do that. Need something that's going to give me the flag. There we go, to Poland. Okay, now let's blur everything out and figure out where exactly we're looking. So right to the front of that. There we go. I guess that will have to do. Not great with the car. Really not great with the car, but there we go. Yes, so I would like to upgrade to a 13700K, but it's a bit expensive. I have no idea what the 40 series graphics cards are going to be like in terms of, I'm not after a 4090. I cannot afford a 4090. So really, what kind of graphics card am I going to be looking at? It's going to be a 4070, potentially a 4080. And the only reason for this, the only reason for all of this, is I've noticed that in some of the titles I play, my processor tends to struggle a bit now. Now, it's not throttling, it is just that the processor is not capable of keeping up with what I needed to do. For example, in Flight Simulator, it just is not capable. I'm way too close to this person. I am way too close. Where am I going? Straight? Please let it be straight. Well, straight as in I'm curving off to the left. It is. Good. Last thing I want to do is get lost in Poland. But yes, so maybe in a few months I might be considering it. But more importantly than all of that, I think I need to start looking at joining the modern era with storage. And by that I mean I am currently running hard drives. I'm still running hard drives. This game is on a hard drive that I'm playing right now. I don't think that's such a good idea to be doing that. I need to change lane. That explains why nobody was changing lane. I'll have to be careful. I'll have to be careful with all this. Oh, why are people braking? What is the speed here? 50. Why are people slowing down to 30? Anyway, yes, as I was saying, so maybe in a few months, but more importantly, I need to upgrade my hard drives because, well, the hard drives. I have one SSD for my boot drive, which is rather old. So I have that one SSD. I got it secondhand along with the rest of my machine. So there is that. So just to give you a bit of background on my machine, I purchased this machine in 2000 and when did I purchase it? It was 2016? I believe 2016 is when I purchased this machine. And I think we're good to go. Why am I so far back? And I purchased it secondhand, so I had a 4770K processor. I had an RTX GTX 780 Ti, GTX 780 Ti, EVGA. That's a shame. EVGA going out of the graphics card market. And I had this SSD, and I had 16 gigabytes of RAM. And I had obviously the motherboard and all of that kind of stuff. Has that lorry just been pulled? I think it has. Okay. So yes, and obviously the motherboard, which was what was it? It was a gigabyte. It was a gigabyte motherboard. The Z87. Is it 87? Yes, Z87, I believe. SLI board, of course, but I didn't have SLI. Am I just going through a town because I took the wrong turning? I think I am. I think I very much am going through a town. Oh dear. I'm not sure why I was indicating for that. I've been here before. I think I've been here before. With a wide load. I think I've been here before with a wide load. A long time ago. Seemed to be alright. What was I saying? Yes, so that was the machine I had, and it was a very good machine, and I kept it. Eventually the 780 Ti went pop, so at that point I had to get a new graphics card, and the 20 series had been out a little while, so I thought, well, let's just go ahead and get a 2070. 2080 was clearly far too expensive, so I purchased a 2070, an EVGA one, which is what I'm running to this day. And yes, I've had EVGA in machines that I've had previously, even family machines, my father's machine. It's always been EVGA. Actually, not always. I think we once had an Asus graphics card, but generally we've had EVGA for since the mid 2000s, early 2000s, mid 2000s. Was it the GT 6800? That was an EVGA card we had, I think, one of the EVGAs. I think we had an Inno. Was it? I cannot remember what another one was, but it wasn't an EVGA anyway. I'm clearly digressing. I was talking about my own machine. So that graphics card has been running since then. And then come nearly 3 years ago, this was when the 10th gen was just coming out. Why do these speed limits keep changing so much? The 10th gen was just coming out. I was looking at 9th gen because I thought 10th gen would be ridiculously expensive. It was not. So I managed to purchase a 10th gen. I think I can continue. The lights didn't come on, so I think that was okay. Yes, the 10th gen came out, and I was going to purchase an i7. No, I was actually going to purchase an i9 9900K. Then I'd heard really bad things about the heat on it, and I thought that's going to be a problem given the heat in my room in summer. So I thought, well, do I need an i9? No, I've had an i7. It's a 4770K. I'm fairly sure anything that I have is going to be a massive improvement, so I considered an i5, and then I looked at the 10th gen and I thought, well, hang on a minute, I could... Ooh, IKEA. Lovely. IKEA, I think. Still I'm not sure about that. Is that where we're delivering the bricks? That's going to be strange. Oh, wait. That noise. Aha. That came down a lot slower than I thought it would. Let's move off in second. Or stall. Uh-oh. You know, this is what you shouldn't do. Especially at a level crossing. So... yes, so I ended up purchasing a 10700K. Then I was looking at motherboards. I was going to get an Asus Prime A, and I decided against that because there was a Gigabyte Vision. Is it Vision G, Vision D, whatever it is, the cheaper of the two, for sale. And I thought, well, that could do the trick quite nicely. So I ended up purchasing that. So the processor cost me... how much did the processor cost me? It was £350 for the processor, and it was £200 for... what's going on here? And it was £192, I think, for the motherboard. Then I got myself some RAM, Corsair Dominator RAM. That was... Am I going in here? Hold on. Where am I headed? This is confusing. I think it's here. So I got myself some Corsair Dominator RAM, which was fairly good. I say fairly good, it's actually excellent. Where am I parking this? I have no idea. In here? This is great. This is actually awesome. I think it's in here. Yes, parking spots right there. So I got the Dominator RAM, and that was it. I actually had purchased hard drives earlier, Western Digital 2TB drives, and that was a lot. So that was my entire setup, and I thought that will do, and that has actually lasted me for the better part of 3 years, which I think is awesome. You know, having something last that long is really good. Now, I remember I'm supposed to follow the rear tyres in. So lead with the rear tyres and get the front to match that. I think is what I'm doing here. Uh-oh. Nope, I'm not doing that because I'm clearly not in the parking spot. Oh, apparently it'll accept it. I must be very close to that trailer on the other side though. I want to check this. Actually, it's not that bad. Of course, being more of a perfectionist, I am going to fix that. Watch me make this worse. Watch me make this a lot worse now by doing this. Now it's just not going to go in properly at all. It's just going to be all over the place. Oh no, wait. Maybe I've got this. Maybe. Actually, I have. There we go. That shall do. Okay. That will do. That off. Parking brake on. Engine off. Detached trailer. So, yes, I've had that for a long time. The power supply is the original power supply. No, I purchased this power supply because I gave the other power supply to my father, who had, at the time, had a 500 watt power supply. So I gave him the 750 watt power supply, and I purchased an 850 watt power supply, which is the one I'm going to be keeping. But yes, no additional SSDs, no NVMEs, nothing like that. Just an old SSD, an old Samsung SSD for my boot drive, which I think is like, is it an 850? Hold on, I need to go check this. I cannot see it. I cannot see it from here. But yeah, it's an old drive, and that's it. So I think I need to upgrade those at the very least, and then I'll have to think about the CPU and GPU at a later time. I think my AIO should be fine for a new CPU. 10th gen tends to run a little hot, not as hot as a 9th gen, so I'm fairly sure I should be okay, especially if I get a 13700K and then underclock it just slightly. I'm fairly sure I could do really well just with an underclock of, I don't know, if it can run 5 gigahertz all core, or 5 point, I think it can run 5.4 all core. Just having it down to 5.1 all core, perfectly fine. The question is, by doing that, am I going to get the benefits of having a 13th gen processor? If not, what's the point? So that is something I need to consider. Right, anyway, this video has gone on long enough. Let's have a quick look at the job market so we know where we are. I could take another... No, that's where we are. I could take something else, potentially in the next video that may not take so long. So in that one, we were supposed to go across there. We went down and across. So realistically, if we have a look at that journey there, across there, and then that there, across there, we could make it all the way to the Czech Republic. that could be done. Or we could just stay in Poland. I think it's pronounced Polska, but I'm not sure. Or we could go over to Lithuania. That could be somewhere to go. That's too far. That could be one. That could be a potential. Anything else? Maybe something cheap. That's a quick one. But that isn't. These ones are not going to be. Oh, we could take a run from IKEA to IKEA. That could be an interesting one. It's not going to get me much money, but could be just an interesting one to run. IKEA to IKEA. I'll have to see. For now, I'm going to end this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Euro Truck Simulator 2. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon if you can do so at www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. And also, you can find me on social media at ECGadget LP for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me, and I'll see you next time. In fact, there is one more thing which I need to program my brain to say clearly, and that is going to be, you can also find me on Discord, so do go check out the links for my Discord server and feel free to join. That is now all from me, and I'll see you next time in Euro Truck Simulator 2.